Okay guys, now that we know how to clean and how to bond the formulas, let's do some simple and very easy exercise. The first one is going to be this formula is one formula which is the existential x1. I'm going to change some things, but in fact it's the same procedure. Existence is x1, p x1, and then implication universal x1, negation q, then x1 comma f that have inside one x1. Well, we close our parentheses here. At the moment, this parenthesis is for this. I'm going to put in another color just to clarify a little bit. Yes, here we go. So it's really important try to make the bounded. Do you remember how to do it? Yes. So first is this one with this one. x1 with x1. Here is the first bounded. And we can suppose that this is another bounded. x1 and here x1 and there is another x1. Change the names is not necessary in this case, and I'll tell you why. Okay, first is really important, change the names in those. So if there is x1, let's try to the x2. So let's say that is existential, and now I change x1 for x2. In other words, I change the names, and I keep with the p x2, and I continue with the same implication. Let me change the pen. Implication universal, and I continue with the same x1 negation q, then in parentheses x1 f which is inside the x1. It's not necessary change the names in this part because they are not affecting in this first part. So now this is clean. I consider that this is clean, but now we need to prenex the formula. How we prenex? First of all, we need to consider this part, taking out the quantifiers. So I consider this as A, implication, and everything which is inside I will consider as B. We need to apply the formulas. As you can see, this is one formula that I can apply here. An example, if I wanted to take out the existential, there is going to be some changes in x1. So I apply the formula, which is say all x1 is now the existential x2 p x2, and then implication, and then the rest of the B, negation and q x1 f x1. I'll tell you right away what is going on here. I pull out this quantifier and I put outside. Then I took the A here and then the B here. As you can see, this is something for the formula that you can see in the rest of the formula here. So you can find what is matching, what is the formula matching. If you have problems to matching, you can check the last video, in the previous video, I'm sorry, and then you can find some reference to check it out. Okay, so now we are going to Prenex because we have this quantifier and it's necessary put in the left side. So in the left side is going to be all the quantifiers, and here inside is going to be the variables. So if you have existential and then variables, check out in the something similar that has the implication. Okay, this is good because we have existential A, implication B, and we have existential, and this is going to be A, implication, and the rest B. Do you got it? Yes, this is the existential implication B. Now, how can we transform? We transform in this part in universal A implication B. So we are going to left this universal x1, and then this is going to transform the existential to universal x2, and then remember, put the parentheses to differentiate the parentheses A and B. Remember, this is A and this is B, so it's px2 implication and then the B. The B represent by negation Q x1 f x1. So this is a Prenex formula and the final of the exercise.